The agreement of principle outlined the criteria that an applicant needed to satisfy to become a founding member of Qalipu First Nation. And the criteria were as follows, or are as follows at the time. A person has to be of Canadian Indian ancestry, a member of a Newfoundland pre-Confederation Mi'kmaq community, or a descendant of such a person, was not registered on the Indian register at the time, because you can't register for this band if you're already registered in another Indian band. Self-identified as a member of the Mi'kmaq group of Indians in Newfoundland on the date of the recognition order, which was September 22nd, 2011, and was accepted by the Mi'kmaq group of Indians in Newfoundland as a member of the Mi'kmaq group of Indians on the date of the recognition order. The criteria goes beyond ancestry, as you can appreciate. And this was a pretty difficult situation. I'll just explain to you some of the things that happened. People, you're probably getting letters about self-identification. Self-identification was in two pieces. Anybody who signed an application for Qalipu First Nation prior to September 22nd, 2011, or on that date, got self-identification just because they signed their name. But what happened for anybody, for example, your brother, sister, or cousin who signed that document on September 23rd, they went through a different process, a harder process. Meaning they had to show they were a member of a band, one possibility, qalipu, KMA, Benoit Nation, Celtic Band in Central, or the FNI. All these affiliated bands. So that's one way you could self-identify. The second one was to have your name on a census, 2006 earlier saying, I identified as an Aboriginal person on a census. Another way you could self-identify was to have put an application in for a job somewhere, maybe a government job, and there's always a block on a government form that says, are you Aboriginal? So you put your name there. That's another way you could have self-identified. Another way to self-identify was to be actively involved in cultural events, but you had to show some proof that you did that. And sadly, by way of a story in a newspaper or something like that, who in the hell had their picture in the paper with a story in the newspaper about them personally in this process? Very few people did that. And finally, by proof of some other documentation from a local band or whatever that you were involved. So self-identification for a lot of people became very difficult.